So today is that day again where I am cooking once, so that dinner is almost taken care of for the rest of the week. And I'll be showing you guys today everything that I prepare and how I'll be using them throughout the week. Today we're making beef stroganoff. I have not had that in a while and I've just been craving it. And we'll also be making some chicken breasts in the air fryer, something that is just versatile that can go quite easily with many different meal variations. I'll show you guys later on how that comes together. And I'll also be making some baked potatoes in the oven, as well as some rice to go along with the proteins. I just rinsed off and pat dry the beef. I'm just allowing it to sit a little bit so all the water can come out of it. And this is some mushroom that I'll be using for the stroganoff. So I'm just going to give these a nice rinse and pat them dry before I chop them up. As you guys can see, this week I'm only doing 2 proteins, but we'll still have variety because I try to cook foods that can be mixed and matched instead of cooking separate complete meals, like chicken done in one way, stroganoff done in another way. They're like different type of components based on their base, because one is going to be done in the air fryer, so it has no sauce to it, and the stroganoff is a nice rich creamy sauce. So you guys will see how I put them together. I'm just using chicken breast today, and I'm using 2 kilograms, and for the beef I'm using 1 kilogram and 400 grams of mushrooms. I'm just giving this chicken a quick rinse with some vinegar and lime, and then I'm gonna pat dry them and slice them how I want them before seasoning. While I'm rinsing it, I'm just using my fingers to pick off any like fatty pieces or stringy, unpleasant things from it like this. So I already pat dry them and I'm just cutting them laterally first, like this. And the bottom part of the cut is normally a little bit smaller, so I'm leaving this as one piece. And then the top piece like this. For some of the breasts, some of them is bigger than others, but I think I'll just cut them all in half. So for one breast, I get 3 pieces. Putting in some thyme in it. And I'll add this recipe that I'm using down below. So I just added 2 teaspoons of thyme, 4 teaspoons of garlic, and then I just put in some paprika, just like estimating. Now I'm going to add some salt and some basil. Oh, as well as some onion powder. I'm going a little bit lower on the salt, so I'm doing like 2 teaspoons of it. And some basil, 1.5 teaspoons. And 2 teaspoons of onion powder. And I like to make this chicken recipe really simple because cooking it this way means I can use it in salads, wraps, or bowls later on. I'm preheating my air fryer before putting in the chicken. Just cutting thin slices. While our air fryer is preheating, I'm just cutting up my beef, and I'm always excited once I'm able to get the first thing, whether in the oven or just start cooking. It's at that point where my week just immediately starts to feel a lot easier, knowing that meals are being completed and yeah, everything is coming together nicely. Just put another batch of chicken breast in the air fryer. And I set it to 12 minutes. Everything is cooking really nicely so far. Once everything is finished, I'm going to put together a few example meals so you can see how one cooking session can actually carry us throughout the week. Something I love about batch cooking is that I don't have to make the same meals every day. The moment you see all your components already completed and you know what is in the fridge, it's a lot easier for you to just go out in the garden, get some fresh vegetables that is in season to just put to it and make a new dish from what you already prepared days ago. So yeah, I just really enjoy that aspect of it. So I got a second skillet so I can cook this mushroom a bit faster. Put approximately equal portions of the onions in each pan. And as soon as they start to shrink and get a lot more manageable for one pan, I just transfer them back. All the recipes I followed for these meals are linked in the description box. For the broth, I'm using these lamb bone broth that I have frozen. Probably should have taken them out earlier. Just putting a couple cubes in it. And then I'm going to add some water just to kind of dilute it a little bit before adding the heavy cream. Just getting these potatoes ready to put them in the oven. Just making some holes in them. Guys, I didn't follow the recipes exactly. I'm just eyeballing a lot of these ingredients, but it still came out really tasty. Recipe calls for some sour cream, but I don't have any sour cream at the moment, so I'm using a little bit of Greek yogurt. And I'm gonna temper that before adding it to my sauce. So I used about a tablespoon and a half of yogurt, not a lot. My darlings, I cannot stress how much time these few hours today in the kitchen save me later on in the week. It's such a blessing to have the majority of our meals for the week out of the way from effort that I put in on a single afternoon. Now I give it a little taste before adding back the meat. This is good. It's just right. So now I can add the meat back to it. I'm going to transfer this to a bigger pot because it's going to be way too full. It's about 50 minutes since I have the potatoes in the oven. Well, actually the white ones, the sweet potatoes, I had them in there for maybe what, 35 minutes. I'm just brushing them with a little bit of olive oil. Then I'm gonna put them back in there for about 10 minutes. I'm not putting back the sweet potatoes because those are overcooked, I think. Some frozen bananas that I'm gonna use now to make a banana bread. From the freezer last night and put them in the fridge so they could defrost, so I could use them today. Wasn't sure if I was going to get around to it, but yeah, I think I can squeeze this in. Here I already have my flour mixed with baking powder, baking soda, and everything mixed up in it already. Cinnamon, salt. So I'm just adding that, and then I'm gonna stir it in. Today I'm using whole grain spelt flour for this banana bread. The beef stroganoff is so delicious, guys. I already had some with the potatoes. Chef's kiss. I've been craving this now, so maybe a couple of weeks. The banana bread is now out of the oven and it is looking good. And this is an overview of all the food that I prepared today. And I like to put them in these nicer dishes just to have it more fancier, at least the first day when we're having the food. I like to have prepped fruits in the fridge ready to eat, so I also cut up some melon. This is beef stroganoff with rice. This is parboiled rice. Here I have a chicken wrap with homegrown lettuce, and I also did a homemade ranch dressing just to smooth that off. Next up, we have this lovely poke bowl. So this is more like a vegetable dish. So this one has a lot of vegetable all throughout, just a tiny portion of rice. Baked stuffed potato with beef stroganoff. Lastly, we have beef stroganoff quesadilla. These are so delicious. Like everything that I showed you guys today is just so delicious. But these are a top favorite. And as you can see, darlings, cooking ahead doesn't mean eating the same thing every day. It simply gives me a head start so meals feel a lot less stressful. So I put them in these containers to store them in the fridge. And I like to keep the components separate. That way I have more flexibility when putting meals together. So my darling, if you enjoy simple homemaking, batch cooking, or cooking from scratch, I would love to have you here. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And if you enjoyed this video, I'd really appreciate it if you give it a thumbs up. And also leave a comment. I would like to know if you are more of a person who cooks like once or twice per week, like more of a batch cooker, or if you're someone who is just getting into the habit of it, or if you just prefer to cook every single day. I would really like to know. So that's it for today's video. I hope it was beneficial to you all. And until next time, have a blessed day.